Hey, and welcome to another episode of You Love Comic Books. This is episode 4. This is another one of my weekly hauls. Thank you for checking out the show. If you like what you see, why don't you give it a like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think of what I'm purchasing or what you like. If you have any questions on any of the stuff I'm showing, I'd be more than happy to answer. So like I said, this is a weekly haul show. I'll also put up stuff from my collection, in future episodes. Let's go ahead and start. So, you know what? Before I get into this stack of books, I figured I'd just talk about, the new books. The stuff that comes out on Wednesday. So, beginning this series, I've been buying the Star Wars comics from Marvel pretty consistently since they came out. So this is War of the Bounty Hunters, and the Darth Vader series is pretty good. I think the surprise hits of this series so far is the Boosh. These one shots. It's like the whole War of the Bounty Hunters is like 4 or 5 months worth of issues, and each month they have like a one shot. Last month was Zuckuss and Forlom, I think, and before that was Jabba the Hutt. And surprisingly, those were the best comics so far from this line. So I thought they'd be like these throwaway things, but they're introducing a lot of characters, so worth getting. Scumbag from Image. I've been reading this. We're to issue 10. See if there's like a little glare. Every issue is pretty much drawn by a different artist. Rick Remender does it. I like it. I can't recommend it for everyone. It's crude. It's not for kids. But I enjoy it. So definitely worth checking out. And then here's Jim Gordon, the series. Oh, I'm kidding. It's the Joker. This is okay. I don't know. I'm going to give it like maybe one more issue. They had like a little Lady Bane, Bane's daughter, whatever. It's a new character. And they've been slowly introducing her throughout this series. And I think next issue is supposed to be like I don't know. Maybe she'll do something. But this is really a Jim Gordon solo series that has the Joker in it. Which honestly I think is smart on their part. Probably like you don't want too much of the Joker. Like, even though the comic's called the Joker, you don't like, he's still the bad guy in this. He's like it doesn't really focus on him. He's not the protagonist of the series, even though it's called the Joker. The Punchline storyline is okay. We'll see where you go. They're just 8 pages in this comic. My only issue with this comic is it's $5.99 every month, and I mean, it's good. This quality, they have good artists and everything, and the paper quality is better. But like, I don't know, $5.99 for a regular monthly DC book, I think is asking a lot. So I don't know. We'll see how long I stick with it. All right, here's some dollar books I picked up. I was going through the store that I usually check out, and I figured once in a while, like, hey, maybe I should just check the dollar box. And a lot of the stuff is not bagged or boarded, but man, I found some gems this time I was in there. So here's this guy. This is like a Pizza Hut exclusive comic. I mean, this thing's from 1993. It's like the heart of like the old 90s animated series. I got it for $1. It's still in its bag. Pretty decent condition. I had a little bend on the very top back cover, like a little ripple. But this thing goes anywhere from like $5 to $30, like whoever's selling it. I don't know. It's cool. There's something cool to have. There was, I guess, 4 issues, so if I find them and I get them for $1 each, I'll pick them up. Here's another comic I got for $1. This is the annual X-Men. This is another polybagged book from the 90s. There's this character called the Executioner. I guess it's his first appearance. I don't know. Again, kind of been hearing some, I don't know, there's been a little bit of like heat behind this book for some reason. And I don't know. I found it for $1. It's still in its bag, poly bag. I figured I'd check it out. All right, here's a book that I remember as a kid when it came out. This was like one of them, kind of a stunt, kind of a cultural big deal. So North Star comes out as a homosexual in this comic. And this comic came out in, let's see if I focus on that, 1992. And believe it or not, in 1992, they didn't really have out and proud gay superheroes. There were innuendos on characters and stuff like that. So this comic was a big deal. It was also viewed as a stunt. I mean, it wasn't super risky for Marvel to do this. Alpha Flight was like probably its lowest performing title at the time. But I got this for $1, and I have never seen this in back issue bins. I've never seen this in stores. Since when this comic came out, it sold out. You couldn't find it anywhere. It was going for like $100. I mean, now you could probably find a good copy of it if you like want to get it on eBay. You can get one for like $20-$30. I got this for $1. I figured this is what they call a cultural touchstone in the mainstream comic industry. So cool, something to have. All right, this is kind of fun. Any of these like 80s properties of Star Comics. And I know everyone's like, oh, Animax and Robotics, my favorite. These are my favorite. No, they were not your favorite. You probably don't remember these. These are like 4th, 5th rate toys or whatever. But any of these comics are like heating up like from the 80s that had like some kind of property. Now, I don't think Animax or Robotics is going to come back in any big way, or like He-Man or Thundercats or anything like that. But like even like Silverhawks #1 from Marvel is going for like crazy money now. So I found these in a dollar bin, and these are in really good condition, especially the fact that they weren't bagged. But these were in really good condition, and I looked it up online. Figured, I mean, I was going to get them anyway, but I see people selling these, and I have to look and see if they're actually selling. You know, you could put up anything online and say, oh yeah, it's $30, $50. It doesn't mean anyone's buying it, but people are selling these for like $20-$30, if not more. I think, again, just a lot of 80s nostalgia, and these Star Comics, and this one's technically not a Star comic, but anything from Marvel Star Comics, which was their kid line, there's just some value to them, and especially if you have them in really good condition, which this one isn't. It's pretty solid, you know, especially finding in a dollar bin that's not even in a bag. So, cool. All right, here's my last dollar book. So I got this recently. If you watched my first video, I think I found this on a half price sale. So I got it for $2. All the books were pretty much cover price. So this book's been heating up, and I found this in their dollar bin. This one is, I would say it's like a very fine. It's not the one I got for $2 is better than the one I got for $1. But again, to just find this book for $1, especially when like it's selling for like 50, if not 65. I don't know, like. I think whenever they make these announcements or anything like that, a lot of people, like the first, you gotta pay attention to eBay or look at it. Those books sell quickly, and then they kind of drop very quickly. So until there's like another announcement, like, okay, is this iteration of Werewolf by Night gonna be the Werewolf by Night on Disney Plus? And supposedly this is based on Taboo from the Black Eyed Peas, so I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I found it for $1, and I wasted $1 on worse things, so I don't mind having another copy of this. All right, here's another one. I found this at a store, like Half Price Books, and this one was $3. And it's just an old issue of Shang-Chi. I figured, you know what, I only have like one other issue. It's the last issue of this series, and I'm not dying to get it. But man, if I find them and they're in really good condition and they're cheap, I have no choice but to buy them. And this one, like, there's some spine ticks, but I checked it out. I opened it up. This thing is in solid condition. All early Master Kung Fu issues are heating up. This is issue 27. I don't think there's anything specific, like this isn't a key or anything. I think like 29 is Razor Fist or something. But again, just happy to have. Now here's another guy I got. This one I've been wanting. Well, I actually have this already, but I got this one for $2 at the half price. I paid $20 for this one a couple of months ago, and this book's going for like $100. I would say it's like a very fine. There's a little bit of like 1 or 2 minor spine ticks, but it's in really good condition. And to get this for $2. So, New Agents of Atlas, a lot of first appearances in this. Atlas, the Agents of Atlas existed before, but then they made it more of like a agent-specific team. And there already been like, I think they were talking about Disney Plus having a show, and like I think pretty sure it's Shang-Chi and the Silk. Braun, I guess he used to be the Totally Awesome Hulk. Let's see. Um, I don't know. Oh, Cho. The character's Cho. And then, oh man, I totally forgot the name of this guy, but he's actually been in Ant-Man 2, and he was one of the main characters in the WandaVision. So the seeds have already kind of dropped for this series, like they've already been implementing them. So definitely worth getting, and again, finding it for $2, not a bad deal. All right, here's another one. So this I just found, this was cover price. This is issue 8 of Invincible Iron Man. I don't think there's anything super special about this. So Riri Williams first appears in issue 7 of Invincible Iron Man, and then it appears in the Iron Man suit. It's her full appearance in issue 9. I have issue 6 and issue 10. And now I have issue 8. So you can't have 7 and 9 without 8. Or 6 or 10. I don't know. If you know it, you get my drift. And I found those for cover price or less. My goal, and I think if I look hard enough, especially these modern day books, I'm going to find an Invincible Iron Man 7 and 9 for cover price or less. They're out there. It's a modern book. We'll see. If it's meant to be, I will find it. So again, happy to have this. This is with cover price. It's pretty good condition. There's like a little tiny bend on the back spine of this, but not too bad. Like I don't buy books that try to get 9.8s or anything like that. I don't really grade books. It's not my thing. I mean, if I had like a Grail, which is basically like a very expensive book on its own, outside of being graded, I would consider getting it graded. So, not what, but you know what I mean. Okay, so Totally Awesome Hulk 2. Again, found this for cover price. There's a lot of heat on Totally Awesome Hulk. I already have this one. I saw it. It's in really good condition. I figured I'd get it again. This is the first full appearance of this character that I totally just forgot its name. She is appearing, I know, in an upcoming video game. Oh, I think her name's Lady Proxima. I probably made that up just now. Who knows? We'll find out. All right, here's another one. I found this. I got this today for $6, and I got this one for $10 today. Now, I went to some store. We were in like an area that I had never been before, and there was a store, a comic store I checked out. And honestly, like, if I didn't buy these today, I would have been fine. They're not, like, I don't think, like, they're okay priced. I asked the person at the register if I could get a discount, and she was nice enough to say no. Which, you know what? Doesn't hurt to ask the store if you're there, especially if you're buying stuff. And I think if I came in and I was like, I want to buy a $100 book, I think I could have talked. But this is $16 here. Whatever. So issue 268 has a little bit of heat. It's issue 267, 69 that are the bigger issues. It's a Kang storyline that heated up once the last episode of Loki aired. If you're watching Loki at all, it's on Disney Plus. They basically introduced a Kang or a Kang variant. So basically any Kang comic, anything with Kang appearances has been heating up. 267, 269 have heated up. 268, it has a little bit of heat because it is a 3-part story. I already had this one already, but mine was beaten to hell. So this is an upgrade. It's like a high mid-grade copy. And the price was good. Here's another. So this comic I had to pick up. I've never seen this in the store, and this one's heating up. I would say, again, a high mid-grade copy. It's pretty good for a white cover, like, especially from a comic from 1991. You gotta forget, like, yeah, this is modern age comic, but the book is already 30 years old, which is crazy when you think about it. It's like, this is 30 years ago this comic came out. So there's heat behind this book because Thor 4 is coming out. And, we already know that Jane Foster's Thor is going to star in it. There's rumors of Beta Ray Bill is going to show up. I wasn't really Thor at this time, so I don't really know the iterations. I know Eric Masterson was the Thor at this time. I don't know who this is. Is he Thor? The Thor we know? But the rumor is that Thor Corpse is going to be a part of Thor 4. I'm sure that it'll be a throwaway line, like a joke, where one of them will now say, we're Thor Corpse, or like, I don't know. it's Taika Waititi, so it's gonna be very funny, and it's gonna be awesome. I loved Thor Ragnarok, and so we'll see. I think it was definitely worth picking up. Like I said, I've never seen this anywhere because I think like all the back issue bins and stores were rated like a year ago when the rumors started. But to get it for 10, this book's going for already like 20 or 30 bucks. We'll see. Again, I think it's an awesome cover. I'm happy to have it either way. Okay, so I went to a store and I bought some big books. And this is the last issues to show you guys. This was like, I talked to my wife about, my birthday's coming up. And I was like, they have these 2 comics that I want. They're more expensive. She has no she has no idea what comic. I would never tell her, get me this or this. I would never do that to her. I just said, I'm going to buy these books. And I'll show you what I got in a second. I mean, you could already see it says Devil Dinosaur. But I went to this store, and they had, here, let me, move that away. They had Empire Strikes Back magazine, and they had Devil Dinosaur 9.4 CBCS, which I never purchased a CBCS book before, like a graded case. They're picking up steam. Like CGC is supposedly where you really want to get graded comics from. I don't know. CBCS was started by a former executive or the founder or something of CGC. I don't know enough about it, but basically, if you have a key issue, and it doesn't matter if it's CBCS or CGC, as long as you got a high grade and it looks great. So, and then this one, I saw this on the wall, and this is in excellent condition. So this is the Empire Strikes Back adaptation, Marvel Super Special Magazine. Came out in 1980. So basically, Star Wars 40, or is it 39 through 44, is an adaptation of The Empire Strikes Back in the Marvel series. But technically, they're reprints. They're not, even though they're first appearances in those comics, the true first appearance is in this. So first appearance of Boba Fett, first appearance of Yoda, technically first appearance of Emperor. It's in this issue. Now, I picked up a Star Wars 42, which goes for crazy money. That was like the most expensive book I bought earlier this year. And I'm going to do a video probably of all the Marvel Volume 1 from the 70s to 80s. Because that was like one of my big keys, things was to find that series and get them. And I found them for really good prices, and I was able to acquire it for not as expensive. But I'll save that for a future video. So they had this for $99, and they had this one for $99. And I've been wanting to get this comic for a long time, too. I just love the cover. The character's always been super bizarre. The modern iteration is Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. There's going to be like a series on Disney Plus. I think it's going to be more geared towards kids. I mean, it's a cute... I mean, even like him, like a Jack Kirby drawing here, like, it's still kind of cute, right? And this little guy, he's a little goofster right here. Every time I see this comic in a store, it's just in shit... Pardon my French. It's beat. Like, it would be like a 4.0. Like... And it's still, those comics fit, even at a crappy version I've been seeing. The stores are selling it for like $50. So I found this for $99, and it's a 9.4. Not 9.8 or anything, but I ain't gonna, nothing to cry about. And then this is an excellent, like, really good condition. There's some wear on it. I mean, but these magazines, the fact that it's in this excellent condition is really good. And there's a Boba Fett series that's coming out. And so any early Boba Fett appearances or anything from Marvel, that stuff is going to just hit the roof. So I got this. I saw it. I'm like, I have to grab it. So I of course, I asked the guy in the store, hey, can you do a discount on these books? And he was like, well, if you get some more stuff, then we can figure something out. So I was like, all right. So I'll take a look at his back issues. So I saw this. This one was 3. It's introducing the Talisman. This one's been heating up. First appearance of this, I guess is the first appearance of this character, or I don't know if she was introduced and then she's now the Talisman in this issue. But again, getting it for $3. I would say it was like a high mid-grade copy. There's a couple of dings on it, but it's pretty good. This one is, there's nothing super special about it. So, War Machine, the bigger issue you want to get is issue 94. That's War Machine, it's like Rhodey War Machine appearance in West Coast Avengers. And I think it might even be I could be wrong exactly what the importance of 94 is. But this was also only $3, and it's in really good condition. And it's got Darkhawk on the cover, too. That character is heating up, so worth getting. This one was $7, and this one was in excellent condition. I've been trying to get the entire Warlock series. So Warlock starts, I think it's like 1 through 8, and then they canceled it. And then they brought it back at 9, like 4 or 5 years later, or something ridiculous like that. But that comic only went from 9 to 15. So I kind of want to get the whole series. I'm missing a couple. I have 2, and I think I have 7. So I need to get. I found this one for $7, and it's in a really good condition. Usually, when I find these in stores, they're usually in garbage condition. So, and they're more and a more expensive price. So happy to get it. And then I saw this one. This one was $15. I've been wanting to get this one for quite some time now. This is the most bizarre storyline I've ever heard. Even as a kid, I remember this. This predates me. I'm in my 40s. This is like, if I bought this, I'd be like well into my 50s if I got this as a kid. I guess they didn't know what to do with Spider-Man after they killed Green Goblin. So they did a storyline where after Gwen Stacy died and another Punisher came in at 129. I guess Dr. Octopus married Aunt May. And this is possibly the funniest thing I've ever seen. There is an actual wedding. I looked in the comic. Let me tell you, they used to draw they made Aunt May such an unattractive, character. Like, yeah, she's supposed to be, like, old, but they made her just, like, gross. like, she looked like an Archie character, like, that teacher or something. It's really funny. You can make an older lady look better. It's nothing, whatever, it doesn't matter. I just always found it really funny. And the whole concept, but they actually, I think when Dan Slott did Superior Spider-Man, they actually referenced this storyline. Dr. Octopus really had a thing for Aunt May. And if you remember in Superior Spider-Man, Dr. Octopus he took over Peter Parker's body. And it was actually probably one of the best storylines they did in years with Spider-Man. It was a shock when it happened. I highly recommend it. And they referenced this a bunch of times. And let me tell you, he's going to show up in the Spider-Man movie, Dr. Octopus. It's the Sam Raimi one. I forgot the actor who played him in Spider-Man 2 from 2004. But they even make one reference of Dr. Octopus being attracted to Aunt May, who's played by Marissa Tomei, who's definitely more attractive than the way they drew Aunt May back then. But regardless, if he even says anything that shows any kind of attraction, this silly book, which already goes for a decent amount of money, actually, this is like a VG fine copy. I bet if I got it pressed, it would be a fine. This book is going to go through the roof, which I know that sounds silly, but that's all it takes. He just has to make one little remark or something about Peter's aunt, and boom. So basically, I brought them to the register, and I said, okay, can I get the discount? And he was like, yeah, I'll just take 10% off the entire order. And by doing that, I got these 4 books for free. So, again, like I said, it doesn't hurt to ask the store, especially if you're going there and spending like a couple $100 there. Usually they're going to be cool and be like, yeah. Like I said, it worked out that these 4 books were basically free, so I ain't going to complain. But like I said, happy to get this. I've been wanting to get this one for a very long time. I have never seen this in a store before. All right, well, on that note, if you made it this far, please like the video, subscribe. Why not subscribe? You get you'll get notifications of when I have new episodes. I try to do at least one a week. And like I said, I'm going to do an episode on Star Wars Volume 1 from Marvel, 70s and 80s. And yeah, we'll go from there. All right, well, this was my stuff, and I'm going to go. Later. Bye.